Hey guys, welcome back to another part of the tutorial. Last time we just finished off doing our login activity. Okay, so today we're going to do our register activity. Now, just to note that the register activity is pretty similar to the login. Okay. So we're going to come back to this particular method, the check login method, and we're going to have to copy all of this information into the register activity, and we're going to make a few changes around. Okay, I'm going to point out where the changes is going to happen, but other than that, like, it should be pretty similar. Okay, so let's get to it. So open up your register activity, then start creating your variables for all of your fields within your XML. Okay, so private edit text. Then we have an email text field, TF. We have a name text field, so name TF, email text field, and the password text field, so password TF. Okay, that's the only three edit text we have in our XML layout. Okay, so let's go down to the next one. So private button, and we have a register button, register btn, and we have a go to. So we have a go to login button. Okay. Now, what else do we have? What else do we need? Okay, we also need a session class. Okay, so we're going to say, actually, come to think of it, yes. So the next one is private session manager of a session, and we have private SQLite handler, call it DB. Okay, just make sure to import all of those all of those variables and classes. So let's go. Okay, just like I said, this will be pretty similar to the login. Okay, with a few exceptions of some things, but mostly similar. Okay, so here we're going to say name text field, edit text, find view by ID, r.id, name. Now remember, this is a full name or F if you're using my project. Okay, so full name or F, so that means full name register field. Email TF is equal to edit text, find view by ID, r.id, email or F. Okay, now password TF is equal to edit text, find view by ID, r.id, password rf. Okay, and then for the button, we're going to say register btn is equal to button find view by ID, r.id register btn. I go to log btn is equal to button find view by ID, r.id sign into btn. Okay, And now we're going to say session is equal to session is equal to new session manager get application context. Okay, and db is equal to new SQLite handler get application context. Oh, and we also need a progress bar, so private progress dialog, sorry, p dialog, import that, and then we're going to say p dialog new progress this. Okay, and then this is what we're going to do. What we're going to do is we're going to check. We're going to say if session is logged in, then we can just go into the login. So intent, we can go into the main, sorry, the main activity. So intent, it's a new intent this main activity class start activity I finish this. Okay. All right, and then we're just going to make the methods for the buttons. So go to log btn set on click listener, new on click listener. Okay, import the on click listener, create the on click method, and you're ready. And then inside the on click, we want to say intent I is equal to new intent. We want to say register activity dot this login activity class. So start activity I finish. Okay. Now for the next button, which is the register button. So we say register btn set on click listener new on click listener. Okay. Implement the on click method, and then we're going to do a check. We want to say okay, string name is equal to name tf get text toString. String email is equal to email tf get text toString, and password, sorry, string password is equal to password tf get text toString. And then here we're going to check to see if name is not null, that is empty. What name that is empty. Sometimes this gets me. So if you say not name that is empty and not email that is empty, and not password that is empty. Okay, and then we can say register check. Okay, and then the register check takes in three things: takes in the name, email, password. Okay, we get rid of this guys as well. So outside the onCreate method, you want to say public void register check. Okay, and then you're going to say final string name, final string email, final string password. Okay, so that's that method. Okay, and now this is where I want you to go back to your login activity. Okay, so if you go back to your login activity, go down to the check login method. Now I want you to copy everything inside that method. Everything inside the method. Okay, everything all the way down to where it says app controller that gets instance. So copy all that. Okay, and paste it inside the register check. Okay, put it there. You're going to get a few errors. Don't worry about it. Don't fix it just yet. Go back to the login activity and copy out the two other method, the show and hide dialog method. Okay, and put them just outside the check login. Sorry, the register check. Sorry, put them outside the register check method. Okay. All right. So let's just format that so that it's with fixed source format. Okay. Now, first thing, if you have all your login activities, just change them to register activity. Okay. So say register activity. Register activity. Okay, and I also forgot to create a tag. So if you go back to the top section of your register activity class, create a tag just after the progress dialog. Say private static final string tag is equal to register activity a class that gets simple name. Okay, and that's your tag. So if you have that, then you shouldn't have any more errors. Okay, you might have a few warnings, but no errors. Now, if we go back to the register check method, okay, so first thing there on the string tag, I wanted to change the value there to register request. Okay, and then for the message, I want to change it to registering. Okay, change it to registering. Okay, and then on the string request, okay, string request, you have your method post is still post. Okay, then you have your app config.login URL. You can just change that to register URL, or you can leave it to login URL if you want. It's still the same URL. Okay, now the response, you can leave that as it is. We're not making any change to the response. Okay, the response will stay the same, and same for the error. Okay, but if you come down to here where it says override public map, okay, there's a few things that we need to change. Okay, so for the first one there where it says tag, I want you to change this login to register. Okay, just like that. And then just before that, you're going to say p.put. Okay, and this one will be name. Okay, and you're going to say name. All right, and then the next one will be email, and the last one will be password, and then that will be that. Okay, so once you have that, then let's just see if there's anything we need to change. Nope, that looks pretty much it. Okay, so that's all you need to do for the register part. Okay, so there's not much to do on that section there. Okay, so we still have time to work with our main activity. There's not much to do with the main activity. Okay, so when you're ready, open up your main activity, and this one is going to show like the profile once the user logged in. Okay, so in this instance, then we're going to create more variables. Okay, so before I forget, I'm going to say private static final string tag. So, and this will be main activity class dot get simple name. Okay, and then after that, what you're going to need is you're going to say, okay, I know I have two text view on my main activity, so I'm just going to instantiate them here. So private text view, from your name name TV, and email. Yeah, I also have email, a text view there. Okay, and another thing that I need is I have a button, so I'm going to say private button logout btn. Okay, and then I want to do other things like create a session manager. So session manager session, and then we're going to say private SQLite handler DB. Okay, imports the classes. All right, so in the onCreate, I'm going to get rid of these methods. I'm not using them. Okay, on the onCreate, we're going to say name TV is equal to text view. Say find view by ID or the ID dot name. Okay, so this is, if you're using mine again, it's going to be name WF. Okay, email TV is equal to text view find view by ID or the ID dot email WF. Okay, and then logout button. I'm going to say logout button text view find view by ID. You say r dot ID dot logout btn. Okay. Oh shit! It's button. Sorry, getting carried away there. Okay, so next is session is equal to new session manager, and we want to say get application context, and we say db is equal to new db SQLite manager, SQLite handler get application context. Okay, and then we want to do if session that is logged in, well, want to say not session is logged in. So if the user is not logged in, they'll log them out. So we're going to call the logout method. So we say logout user. Okay, we're going to create that method later. Okay, just leave it as it is, even though it's giving you an error. Okay, and then here we're going to say hash map string it's going to detail is equal to new it's equal to db.get user details. Okay, and then you're just going to say string name is equal to detail dot get. So detail dot get is a name. Okay, string email is equal to detail dot get email. Okay, and then you could just say name tv.set text, and it's going to be name email tv.set text email. Okay, and then for the logout button, we're going to say logout btn.set click listener new on click listener. Okay, import the onClick listener, create the onClick method, and then we can just say logout user. Okay, just like that. And now to create the logout user method. Okay, so outside the onCreate method, go and create a logout user. You can say private and void logout user. And then what we're going to do is we're going to say session dot set login is equal to false. Okay, and we're going to say db dot delete user details. Okay, or just db dot delete users, and we're going to say intent I is equal to new intent, and we're going to say this. I think that will work. Yeah, and I'm going to say login activity class and import the intent, and then we're going to say start activity I, and we're going to say finish. Okay, and that's it for that. Well, we're not necessarily using the tag at the moment, but just in case you want to catch any errors, you can start putting in the logs anywhere you want to see, like, what result you're getting back. Okay, but like other than that, I think we have pretty much everything done. Now we can go and test it and see if it runs and see what kind of error we come across. Okay, so let me get rid of these guys, put them down. Okay, so just make sure that you register a class for this particular section here. It has the tag register, then it has the name, it has the email, then it has the password. Okay, other than that, like everything else should be pretty similar. Alright, so let's go ahead and run this and test it and pray that it actually does work. I can only imagine the kind of errors that can pop up. Like, we've done a lot of things and we actually haven't tested it yet, so we can just hope that it actually is working. again, if you guys have any questions, just be sure to leave your questions below the videos, and I'll try to answer them if I can. Okay, so we have our login activity. Obviously, we can't log in because we don't have any user details. But I was wondering what will happen if I actually do log in. If I attempt to log in. Okay, so incorrect email or password. Yeah, so either the user, it doesn't really say the user doesn't exist. It just says that, like, incorrect email password. Now, if you remember in our index PHP file, we have an error to throw back if, like, when we're doing the login, we want to do this here. This error throws back if either the email or password is incorrect. Okay, so that's the message that we got back. So that means our API is working. All right, so let's go to the register. Okay, so the full name, I'm going to say my email, and then the password. Now, if you ever want to do, like, to check if the email is valid, you can always implement that, like, from the front end side, not from the actual server side, not from the API side. You can do that from the front end, and then you just check to see if the user is entering the correct emails or not. Okay. So do a register. There we go. And so we register. So that means our app is working and our API is working. So this is me logged in, registered. Okay. I'm registered, and that's my login detail, my email. So next time if I log out, I can come back in and actually log in. And it will let me in. Shouldn't it? There we go. Alright guys, so if you have done this correctly, you should have everything done just the same way as I have. Like I said, if you have any questions regarding, like, why am I doing certain things, anyways, just let me know. There is an original tutorial on this that another guy that created. Okay, he didn't make a video out of it, he just made, like, a documented tutorial. I will be putting the link on that as well, just below the video on the description, so you can actually have a look at the code that he used and the one that I use, and just compare to see the differences. Okay, so thanks for watching guys, and see you soon.